very tired these days because the work became
Tough.
so heavy.
Okay, me too. But last week I've just spent a great moment with my mom because we are on our journey to 香格里拉.
Last picture with the lamps is so good.
Yeah. I found I really recommend this. I really recommend 香格里拉 to you because I think the whole travel industry in 香格里拉 is very mature, uh, so they can provide you with various activities that you can join, and there also has some view sports um, that highly related to their culture, like some um, Zhang nationality culture.
Yeah. So how long days have you stay here? I've been stay here.
Well, I just spent 4 days there, but it's already enough. Uh, the most viewpoints, the most scenery spots I've already been to, but the only how to say um regretful thing is that I went to see the sunrise in a mountain. The I sunrise in a mountain called 梅里雪山. And when so I just choose a very say not very sentiment, not very sensible. I just made a not very sensible choice. So the last weekend I decided to go to 梅里雪山, but
Yeah.
in the night, in the midnight actually. So we just hire uh, a car and hire a car and we just rent not yeah hire a driver and he would drive us to the mountain. So we just um experience we just spent we just it's a long way for driving, so and it's in the midnight, so I just feel very regretful about that because I just thought consider it is I just considered it is really dangerous to do that, and otherwise and also the weather is not very good because in the midnight it started to rain, and so the road becomes so the view becomes murmur. You can't see the road clearly, and so the driver had to drive in a slow speed, but um when we got to the view spot, when we got to the how to say the top of the mountain, we still can't see the the how to say the sunrise because the weather is too bad. So that's a really bad choice. It both dangerous and both insensible.
Yeah, last time the situation also happens on me because of the bad weather. We can't go to the Meili Snow Mountains because there happened some accidents and dead some people. So the local people don't allow us to pass the road because it's so dangerous that days.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's really a bad choice. But other experience are really engaging. For example, I had hugged the lamb. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it really, when I was hugging it, I felt it's really furry and soft.
Yeah,
It's cute. So I just have been healed by the lamb.
it's really relaxing. I see the picture. Lazy.
I
Yeah.
just feel all my stress and pressure had gone when I was hugging it, and also the food um is terrific, are terrific, because they had I've eaten the yak beef
Yeah.
yak beef hot pot 牦牛火锅
Okay. Okay. Yeah. 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 How does it
yeah
taste?
yak beef
Ah.
yak
Yeah.
beef yeah which is both how to say healthy and tasteful and how to say tasteful, yeah, because the so it's not it don't doesn't have too much oil or salt, yeah,
Yeah.
just the original taste of the beef and some vegetables, so it's very healthy and also delicious. So it's hard to find a food on a journey that is both healthy and delicious, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah. That remembers me. Yes. Last year, I also enjoyed the yak beef hot pot on the
Oh,
town. Yeah, Shangri-La town. But we don't spend time on Shangri-La for a deeply tour, but just past this town to another destination.
okay.
Yeah.
Have you been to Yubong?
Actually not. We just go to some a river is on a mountain and it's called uh no deep no button no button no button water 无底湖.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where its location?
Bottomless like it's very it's not famous but just for some deeply explore travelers would go there because it's very dangerous road, so we need to
Oh,
drive our car drive our car pass through this dangerous road so we can go to the top of the mountain and see the bottomless river, and we just camp
is
here.
it is it a hiking road or
Yeah.
route
uh,
route?
it's like cross country country road 越野的路 cross country.
Oh,
We yeah, because it's too rough. The road is too rough.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Been there, and I haven't heard of it even.
Yeah.
I just went to the grassland and some mountains and some parks. I also go hiking in a park,
Mm-hmm.
uh, a park.
Yeah,
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 yeah, it's a national park. I saw the view in the Pudatsua Park is spectacular
yeah.
because yeah,
Mm,
and route for hiking is not that tough.
Yeah, you can search for some pictures of the bottomless river, 无底湖香格里拉, and
River, okay.
yeah, it's beautiful, and we just camp one night here.
Okay.
Camp.
Okay. Wait, let me just search it. It's just called bottomless 无底湖吗？
Yeah, right.
无底。Okay. Looks good.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so have you just shoot a photo just beside the this river or this lake? I remember. I just remembered. Maybe I saw a picture of you.
Yeah. I will send you. It's very beautiful. So I love this. I love this place. Yeah, you can see here. I sent it to you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Oh yeah. That's the photo. Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember this place. Yeah, in your photo.
it's very beautiful.
Yeah. I searched the photos of this place. It's just the views of the photo just reminds me of one of your photos.
Yeah,
Yeah, you put on your moments.
yeah. Maybe next time I will try to hold a lamp on the grassland in Shangri-La. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's a great place, and it deserves to travel twice, even
Yeah.
more. Yeah, because this time I just travel with my mom,
Mm-hmm.
so we can't choose some some hiking way that is the road is tough, because so maybe next time I may travel it again to there again and choose a different route,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of hiking route.
Oh, sorry, Yubong. Have you been to here?
What?
Have you been to Yubong?
Yeah, I haven't been to Yubong
Mm,
this time, because my mom can't go hiking for a long time.
mm-hmm.
So I maybe next time I would travel alone or with my friends or with you. Maybe next time we could have an appointment to go there. Have you been to Yubong before?
No, actually not.
Yeah, I've heard the views in there are are very intriguing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Because I see many hikers would recommend this routine to the
Yeah,
Yubong. Some videos in Redbook. It seems nice.
yeah, that's true. I guess the views is really resemble to the L base.
Mm, yeah. And
Yeah.
wait me one moment because I need to. Uh, wait me a moment. There is some urgent thing.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe we begin because I want to share you with two two. I want to share you with two things about me.
Okay.
Yeah. The first one is about last weekend. I tried to nurse the I tried to nurse the snowboard in Guangzhou and
Snowboard.
单板
Oh,
滑雪.
snowboard. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because that's my third time to play this snowboard, and last time I think I get more, I get a little progress. Yeah, so
Great.
progress.
Progress. Okay.
Yeah, because I can snow back to the routine. Just I learned some skills. And I feel very happy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
and maybe I will go outside. I will go to skiing outside, outdoor. You know, maybe in Xinjiang or maybe in Changbaishan.
cool.
Yeah, and also I booked a car.
So, yeah. So before you just trained yourself indoor.
Sorry. Wait me one moment because I need to consult.
Okay. What happened?
The 快递 how to say 快递?
Delivery.
Yeah, I ordered the express delivery, but just now the people who told me I don't need to send it, so I just need to cancel it because the delivery person would come to my house in 30 minutes, so I need to cancel it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And what's your question? What's your question you just asked me?
I mean, you before you so you just trained yourself indoor for skiing.
Because the skinning in yeah, indoor, because the playground is indoor of Guangzhou Rongchuang.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
that's cool. You really like some extreme spots, right?
I don't like it because just some people because my boyfriend likes the skinning, so I need to skinning with him. So I found it, wow, it's amazing because when I just became acquainted with the skinning skills.
Okay.
So I began to love to skinning, and I want to skinning out in outdoor playground, outdoor resort or something, so I can take some beautiful pictures or show my skills. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. And also, I want to share with you my. I just ordered my first car last weekend.
Wow. So you just decided to buy your first car. Which brand is that?
Uh, the BMW electric car. Yeah.
Oh.
It costs me a
Wow,
lot.
the BM. So
Mm.
it's
No, just the electricity car.
okay. So BMW also has electricity car, right?
Yeah. The i3 model, and it has some types of car, and just the
Wow.
electric.
Wow, congratulations to that.
Yeah. Well, thank you. When I ordered the car, I feel relief. I buy a car. It's belongs to
Yeah,
me, so I'm very happy.
yeah. Great. And you can drive your car to more places.
Yeah, maybe on the weekend, I can drive my car to some places near to Guangzhou or Shenzhen. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's more flexible with your car.
yeah, great.
Yeah, there is.
Congratulations. That's really good. That's really a big thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Mm. Um, yeah, just that. And except the two things, I feel.
Are
Huh?
you you just choose your that car alone?
What? Oh no,
You,
it's my friend. With my boyfriend. I just want this brand, and my boyfriend try.
yeah, that is really uh I just give people an impression of rich.
Yeah. That satisfy my, the虚荣心. How to say that? Satisfy.
uh, Feeling of show off or something like that.
Vanity?
Yeah, that really deserve a showing off
Yeah.
to yeah.
Yeah, so I choose this brand because it's my first car. I want to it meet some demands of mine when.
Great. Great.
Okay, so do you have other things you want to share with me?
Not too much. Maybe in next month, I'm gonna go. I just plan to go abroad, but I haven't decided the country because one of my friend just uh, quit her job and she wanna invite me to Europe.
Europe, yeah,
Uh,
want to
yeah,
Europe.
yeah. So we decided to go to Europe, but when we when we apply ask when we ask for the application of the how to say the travel commission. 好，签证怎么说呀？我也不知道，忘了。签证
with
the of certification, yeah, visa.
with
When we apply for the visa to the when we ask the question ask the visa about the visa, the how to say the travel agency just told us the time is not enough for prepare for that. So maybe we have to postpone the trip, or we can choose another country that it can get the visa faster.
but you to go which country? Which country?
We decided to go to um, Italy
Mm.
and yeah, Italy and how to say Germany and Dutch.
But
Uh,
it's a few days, so you need to have a holiday.
the Netherlands,
Listen,
Netherlands, yeah, and also, 诶，捷克怎么说呀？我忘了。Zach, Shack,
yeah.
yeah, and the Shack. It's a routine that just cut through the whole Europe. So maybe next time I can go to France and Spain and Portuguese
Wow.
Portuguese
It,
together. But this time maybe I choose Italy and Zash and um because I can go to the Vietnam 维也纳怎么说呀？我忘了。and we and all and also the Austria, yeah,
Vienna. Okay.
Vienna, yeah. So I can go to Vienna
How many days?
to listen to a concert, something like that.
Wow.
We yeah, we plan
You
just a happy,
elegant.
yeah,
How,
yeah,
how many days?
plan half a month about.
Wow. So you both allow you to have a half month holiday?
Because my friend just quit her job, so she has plenty of time. And I have my how to say vacations,
Oh,
my vacations.
yeah. Wow. Big.
Yeah, and I've did a lot of how to say so since I've did a lot of overtime work, so I also accumulated some vacations, accumulated some time for vacation,
When?
for rest.
When? October or when?
Not October, just August, next month.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe we can, but the time is not. But because we just uh planned it in a how to say in such a how to say rush way,
Yeah.
so maybe we can't apply for the visa successfully. So we may change another country. For example, we may go to Australia
Yeah.
because the visa is more easily to get, and it wouldn't spend too much days on application.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Wow. And
Yeah,
it costs a lot of money, I think, if you go to the European, because it's more expensive than go to the Asia or other country.
yeah. But I actually my main purpose is to go to my primary choice
Yeah.
is go to the Europe countries, but because also go to the Australia is also expensive, but you can only travel to one country,
Yeah.
so thought it's not deserved.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will plan my October's trip now because I also want to go to the European, but I need to deposit some money for that because maybe it would cost a lot than I go to Asia other place.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Uh, okay.
expensive.
Yeah, but that's that's a very special experiences because since I grow up, I need to buy some expensive gift for myself, and instead of yeah
Really a luxury how to say consumption in
yeah
your life.
yeah because I didn't actually I just spend money uh this thing but spend money on work or travel or some not just buy some gifts not will buy spend on some expensive gift for myself. Yeah, so I think wow, that's a nice try.
meditation tools is also good, because I just thought if you
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's our idea, but some for other people they don't think so. So, just
yeah,
satisfies ourselves is good.
yeah, that's great.
Okay, maybe we can get into our topic today.
Yeah,
You ask
okay,
first.
okay. First,
Mm-hmm.
so okay, I like to make a presentation about the mechanism of dopamine. Dopamine is, we always heard of the dopamine, this word, and actually the dopamine is a essential um, essential thing, a substance in our that can dominate our body and dominate our motivation and craving for doing things. Dopamine can determine our level of motivation and excitement for doing things we desire to do. And it is a kind of neuromodulator that release and the release of the dopamine can change the dynamic of a certain neural circuits. So it can impact motivation and drive and craving, and also control the perception of time. So it also could influence our mood. So the dopamine can influence the five important pathway of our brain or our neural circuits. Uh, five. Uh, but the primary one is mesocortical pathway. It is a circuit that uses dopamine in order to help us, in order to, how to say, motivate us to pursuing anything. For example, when we, so it can influence us. For example, it can motivate us to doing the things that we want to accomplish, or it can also influence us. Um, it can also help. How to say? Motivate. It can also help us to avoid something. Um, so there are three. How to say? Um, three levels of dopamine that really how to say, shape the whole circuits of our motivation. The first one is that actually we both have a baseline of dopamine. So the baseline of the dopamine is a reservoir. Is is a reservoir in analogy. So we can, so when we expect, or when we be satisfied by some drugs or by some pleasure things, or we're doing some pleasure thing, the we could got peaks in dopamine, which is above the baseline. And when we, but if we didn't be satisfied by some drugs or by some foods or by some by some photo by some, how is videos on the phone, the we could be we could we would experience a trough of the baseline, so which is trough of the dopamine, which is below the baseline of dopamine. So so when we expect something when we expect to some pleasure thing, to experiencing some pleasure thing, we would our base the baseline, the level of dopamine would drop at the beginning. And then if we just be satisfied by the, so that would motivate us to doing the things that would make us feel pleasure. But if we didn't be satisfied by the things, or if we eager to eat, for example, if we eager to eat a cake, so we just hope that it can give us a feeling of satisfaction. But so at the beginning, we would the level of dopamine would drop, and we would feel we really we would really desire of the cakes. But after we eat it tastes awful or something like that. The level of dopamine would drop to a even lower level. So if we just to an even lower level. So if we just being satisfied, so the level of dopamine would rise really high to a peak that would makes us feel uh, really happy or be satisfied, or being satisfied. So that's the mechanism of the rising of the baseline, rising of the dopamine, and the increasing of the dopamine. And but why we would addicted to some things, for example, some drugs, uh, or some drugs like cocaine, or something like that, would why we would trapped into the addiction of some drugs, because these drugs can cause a really high and extremely high peaks of dopamine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and our brain would remember that feeling. And next time when we feel depressed, or when we feel unmotivated, we just want to get pleasure, right? So we would easily because the period to get the high level of dopamine is too short, uh,
Mm.
by by the drugs we eaten. So our brain would remember that feeling. So because it can give us an instant pleasure, right?
Yeah.
So the how to say, the level, the line of the dopamine would be extremely steep. But so we would remember that level, so we would remember that feeling, and next time we feel depressed, we would feel more strongly, we would feel more strong desire of uh, of of uh, how to say, of the more strong desire for the drugs, because we want to get instant pleasure. Because, and the drugs that can satisfy it as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we would trapped into this circulation. And after we been satisfied, and the level of dopamine after we've eaten or inhaled some drugs, the the level of the dopamine would drop to a really deep to a really deep of the real would drop to a really low level of the dopamine. And that level of dopamine would makes us feel depressed, and we would want more. We would want to be satisfied more. So that so the whole circuits would just how to say um programming into our brain, so we would just remember how the drugs that can make us happy. And when and because of so the actually the waves of the dopamine is not how to say stable, is not stable anymore because of the drugs. So that's why we would, but the same reason is as the so that's why we would addicted to something that we can't overcome and we can't get out with it, because it could trap us into a negative circulation. Because the high the how to say the fast happiness you get, uh the how to say the lower depression you would feel after the happiness have gone, after the pleasure brought by the drugs would gone, and you would desire more, and then you would desire more. So your baseline of dopamine would be abnormal anymore. It would be abnormal. So so a good way so how to overcome this is that when you want to get the pleasure, you don't do anything, you just wait until the level of the dopamine recover to its baseline. So sometimes if we just sometimes we feel depressed or we feel in motivated, we just want to get some stimulations, right?
Yeah.
Or right? But if we just get some stimulus, that would influence our baseline of dopamine. So because you just use some stimulus to stimulate your release of dopamine. So that's not healthy. That's not a healthy way. So um so when we want to change this situation, the sensible way is to wait until the or wait or until or you do some sports or something like that, or some health, or use some healthy tools to um to sustain your baseline of dopamine. So another mechanism of the dopamine is that um, how to say sometimes we would use dopamine to um, how to say um, so another so how to when we and we can also use dopamine to overcome the procrastination. Sometimes we just feel lacking of the motivation to doing the things we really need to do, um, because the feeling of finishing this thing can that can brought the happiness, how to say the speed of getting the pleasure from finishing this thing would need a long time. But if you just grab your phone and watching some videos, it can bring your more instant pleasure. So yeah, so the differences is that actually when you finish the job or a work, you would also feel the how to say, the increasing of the dopamine, but it comes really slow. So you need to make some effort so the dopamine would come, right? But if you just grab your phone to watching some videos, the pleasure can come faster. So you would easily to choose the thing that you would like to, you know, you can easily get the pleasure. So so sometimes you need to uh how to say, when you wanted to overcome the procrastination, you can when you can do some thing that can motivate your dopamine before you do that thing. Because when you think about that thing, you would feel lack of the dopamine. Your level of your level of the dopamine would become really low. But if you, for example, you drink some coffee, or you're doing some things that tough before you, um, or you just how to say, to take a cold shower,
Mm-hmm.
it can um, help your body to release some of the dopamine. So after these dopamine, after you got these dopamine, you would have the motivation to doing the things is more difficult. So you could uh you could take a cold shower before you go to work or go to study.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that could help you to achieve your goal or to overcome your procrastination. But also how to say, caffeine. Yeah. Also, people like to drink some caffeine to before they work, right?
Yeah.
Actually, it also can increase the release of our dopamine, but it could, but we can't do that frequently because it could just bind the drinking coffee this behavior, bind this behavior to the study so tightly. Because if you bind this drinking coffee with doing the things that you really need to do, um, next time when you want to do this thing, you would hardly to start because you just bind the two things too tight. If you just every time you have to drinking coffee, but if you just how to say, stop drinking coffee, you would lose the motivation.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's a essential habit that would influence our behaviors. So also, um, the Stanford University done research had done an experiment on students. The first they just find some students that really like drawing, and they observed that these students uh drawing every day after school because they really like drawing. So the researchers just started to do their experiment. They just separate these children into different groups, and the first group, they would use some stimulus or some, how to say, um some award. Yeah, they would give them some award to stimulate them to drawing. But
people. So Johnny is a person.
no, drawing a person. They just found some children who like drawing.
Johnny is a what?
画画.
Oh, John. Johnny. Okay.
Yeah, they just find some children who are really like drawing. So these children, so the researchers started to give some stimulus or reward to these children after their drawing. But after a period of rewarding, these children started to they dislike, they don't like Johnny anymore after the rewards has been stopped. Actually, because at the beginning these children are really like Johnny because they enjoy the drawing, no matter there has a reward, whether there has a reward. But after the researchers started to give them rewards, and they stopped the rewards, the children started don't like drawing anymore. So they had reduced the frequency of their drawing. So this experiment just how to say, um, manifest that if we want to do anything from our inner heart, we shouldn't mind the reward or rewards to the things. If we bind the rewards to the things that we truly love, we would no longer love it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because that's also the behind this experiment is also the dopamine release mechanism that um, influence the whole process.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you just binding some rewarding behaviors, binding some rewarding to your behaviors, uh, uh, that would increase your release of dopamine at the beginning. But after a long time, after a long period, if you stopped the rewarding, your behavior would drop. The frequency of your behavior would lose. So that's another, how to say, important mechanism of dopamine. So also for us, it just reminds me the, how to say, the eating habits. For example, if we just every day, if we just experienced some depression, and we would want to get pleasure, and we would eat something that we would eat some dessert, right, to make us feel happiness. But that would bind the emotion with the eating dessert behave with eating dessert tightly. So next time when we feel depressed, or when we feel we have some pressure, we would want to eat dessert. So that's a bad circuit that would establish negative circuits in our brain, in our neural system. So how to say? So actually, I found that the mechanism of dopamine can really help us to get out of the addiction, and also to establish a good habit.
Yeah, right. And
Yeah.
also today I watched some videos. It said some a few years ago some experts, maybe some they tried to they tried to do the dopamine fasting. Do you know dopamine fasting?
Fasting? What is fasting?
Fast 的快速的那个单词，它有斋戒的意思。
Okay.
它就相当于是它要戒这种
So
dopamine fasting.
okay.
Yeah. So they tried to do the dopamine fasting because they think that it could help them to regain control over their lives by reducing dopamine triggering activities. Because as you told, as you presented before, you know, some such as the cocaine or maybe some prayer environments and some um, tasty desserts can triggering our dopamine, all right? Dopamine release. So some experts just try to reduce to contact with this dopamine triggering activities. So they just reduce the social they just reduce the social activities and control their diabetes, control their diets, right? And reduce to do some
What is doubts?
就是饮食 diets.
Oh, diets. Yeah, diets. Yeah.
That's okay. And also reduce to do some extreme activities, so they can
Yeah.
the so they can coping with their normal lives. So they don't have some uh, they can reduce to meet with this dopamine triggering activities. So they just living a normal life and very calm down, and they can just focus on the things they wanted to be concentrate on, so they don't
Yeah. Yeah, but I just thought maybe that is not scientific, because dopamine actually is also a motivation for to do anything. Dynamic can how to say, provide us dynamic to do any type of difficult works.
yeah.
But we suppress the whole dopamine release, that
Mm-hmm.
would influence us, our other motivation, other that would also our motivation to do other things. That
Yeah,
is you. Yeah.
they just want to try to control the dopamine release at a common level, so they don't
Uh,
want
yeah.
they to
So
do.
want a healthy level of dopamine, right?
Yeah. So they don't want to try to gain more dopamine and triggering something, so they can just live in a very stable life and can control their everyday routine or their concentration.
Okay.
Yeah, and so that's your presentation, right? Because I want
Yeah.
to, yeah.
Oh,
Uh, today maybe I don't want to talk about the dopamine because I read some videos, but the dopamine information also let me want to deeply dig something about the tristimalia, tristimalia,
just
tristimalia 应该是那
what
个
is
Tristomania, 抑郁症。
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, because if you try to try to have many things, such like if you try to do many dopamine release activities, such as you say eat the tasty food, and also you drink much coffee, and it would make you release dopamine more than usual, right? But after you addicted to this behavior, you would to need more. You would to be released. You would to try to addicted to this behavior to drink more coffee, or just try to more reverts like that. But if you don't get that, you will get slow down. You will get the dopamine just slow down, and it will lower than the normal level. But actually it relates to our depression, because you didn't get the reverse as you want. So if you accumulate much depression, you will be gradually into your depression mode. So maybe just that leads to me to talk about the tristomelia, because these days in the society, in no matter what age you are, no matter what income level you are, everyone would have the chance to get the tristomelia, because according to the data, one 1/6 how to say 1/6 oh 1 in 6 people will yeah 1 in 6 people will experience a major depressive episode of some point in their lifetime. Maybe you,
Yeah.
maybe, because we know at some time we will feel so depressed and want to want to just trapped in our circle. And also sometimes maybe we had some kind of thought we want to end it our life. Yeah, I think everyone has that thought. So that would make us feel very sad and very feel alone about ourselves. So I just try to read some articles and videos. It said retrostimania, that occur. There are some main factors would contribute to the tristomelia. The first one is biological, and the second one is the psychological 心理学的 and the third one is related to the social factors 社会因素 yeah, the first one, the biological, is related to the genes, right?
Oh,
Genes,
yeah.
and the
Yeah.
gene and the neurons and the hormones.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the imbalance, they said there is a very important factor of the gene is the serotonin hormone 血清素激素 serotonin, because it's control because the serotonin hormone it's okay. Okay, let me reorganize my words because the first one is the biological, right? It's related to some genes and the neurons and the hormones, and because when we feel irritable, when we feel very unhappy, or sometimes we get angry very easily. Some people will give advice for us. It will say, okay, use the hormone changes. 内分泌失调 the endocrinopathy is related to the hormonal changes, 就是激素有改变。The Yeah, because the hormonal changes happen over the lifespan, happen every time in our life, such as the pregnancy. Because when we're pregnant, we some people would say our emotion we will become more emotionally, and also the menopause.
Hormone. Yeah, yeah. You're talking about hormone
Yeah,
mechanism.
hormonal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah, so the first factor related to the biological is the hormone changes, especially happen in the pregnancy and the menopause，就是更年期和就是怀孕的时候，and except that there is another factor directs to the biological factor such as the changes in our brain chemistry. Because such as the dopamine also happens in our brain chemistry because if it releases more, we will feel more happy and more easily um, to be motivated. And also if something changes happen in our brain chemistry, it would lead to some emotionally happens such as the disruptions in neurotransmitters like serotonin，就是血清素、激素呢，它相当于是我们神经元做一些这种交换，就是神经元与神经元做这种信息交递的这样一个
Neurotransmitter.
啊哈
Neurotransmitter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow, neurotransmitter. Bravo. Yeah, the neurotransmitters like serotonin. Yeah, because it plays a very important role in regulating many bodily functions, including mood, sleep, and appetite. Also, are thought to play a particularly important role in the depression. Because when the neurotransmitters get disrupted, the serotonin can't the serotonin get mutation 突变 it would need to some disease. It would need to some disease because the serotonin plays a very important role in regulating our bodily activities. So this is the part related to the biological things. The first is the hormone hormonal change, and the second is about the disruptions of the neurotransmitters. And except the biological part, the second part is about the psychological things, including childhood trauma, because we also see some okay, this person's temper is not good because some because it's parental loss or poor parenting or something because it's their original family's effect, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's right, because each of us would admit the original family would leave some effect on our personality when we grow
Yeah.
up. Yeah, we would we would we would find some behaviors that contributed by this original family because of our parental by the educational or something like that. So that would also lead to the depression would
Yeah.
lead to the chestimania. Yeah, so this is the psychological. And the third part is the social factors, because if you meet some bully, school bully or criminally assaulted, and your heart will be shocked and will be hearted heavily. So you will change yourself into another person or another personalities abruptly. So that's related to the social factors would also lead to the trisomilia, and what relates to uh, our people. But what would besides of that, the stressful working environment, the stressful working environment would also leads us to the depression mode, because when we just spend too much time on our work, and we don't have time to enjoy life. We don't have time to release our dopamine. Just constantly under a very stressful environment, we will become very stressful and wear down. So that would be the social factors would lead to the trisomilia. So I think that would
So I
yeah
three factors can interact with each other.
interact with each other. What?
Yeah, because when for example, when you suffered some trauma,
Mm-hmm.
maybe that would also influence your your level of hormone
Yeah,
or uh,
yeah, hormonal, right?
yeah, hormone, hormone,
Hormonal, hormones. Yeah,
Hor- yeah, hormone, yeah,
hormones. Hormones. Yeah.
hormone, yeah, yeah, hormones. Yeah. So I guess they can these factors are not separated. They are also interacted with with each other.
Yeah. We need to we need to contact. We need to chat with others, and maybe it can release our stressful moods, stressful really feelings, because talk can just speed it out, and just like that.
Yeah, yeah. But sometimes people um can hard to tell too much. Actually, I've been through a time, a period of depression for almost 2 3 years.
For what?
Yeah, for ex like I have divorced with my husband,
Yeah,
and before that, actually, I've been through a long time depression.
yeah. For this
Yeah,
marriage, or just for the status of you are.
yeah, a long time tristomania, tristomania, and I also been through I also experienced a long period of treatment from a counselor.
Yeah,
Yeah, from a how to say 就是 counselor. Yeah, from a psychological counselor.
yeah,
So yeah, but now I thought maybe I've get out of that situation. Um, but I don't know. In that period, actually, I felt I what when I figure when when I find this problem is so the time that I find the problem is too, how to say, severe, is the moment that I wanted to suicide.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know
Really,
that's.
yeah, it really strikes me a lot because when I was I feel I was, how to say, afraid. I was, how to say, I feel fear. I feel fear of my thoughts. So so I just think, okay, I really need to find some help. So I just go for the counselor, and I thought the counselor is really a good way. I also joined a group counselor, how to say, psychological group, um, counselor, group treatment, which is there would be a counselor among us, and other group members would sit in a circle, and we both talk about our our experiences, our feelings and also the feelings to each other. And
Mhm.
I think that's also a good way, and also the individual consolation. These methods are professional, that can really help me get out of that situation. Otherwise, if you just choose some method, or by your own, or try to overcome the depression by your own, sometimes you would get into a, how to say, you would just maybe trapped
Yeah,
yourself in that situation.
yeah. When you get the trusting Malia, you like to get you trapped in a situation. You need to someone to take you out.
Yeah. Have you been through the treatise
Yes.
mania? Tristing mania?
Yeah, maybe sometime because of the stressful environment, and at that time, I didn't see any hope of my future, and my work is hopeless. I think because I paid a lot. I paid a lot of attention on my work, but I didn't get any deserve yeah, reward. So at that time I'm irritable, I think. 易怒的, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so and at that time, but fortunately that time I had my boyfriend. He just he's a good listener. So I just I just had tell many bad words, not to him, just
Yeah.
related to
Or
the
just through the anxiety.
yeah, yeah, anxiety.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but because of my boyfriend had a good temper, I so I feel a lot. So that's why I can have the long relationship with him. These days, I also became a little irritable because of the stressful work. These days, my there is a lot of change on my work, so I became very maybe I need to my work gets too much heavily now than before. I need to constantly work until 10 or maybe 12 o'clock from
Wow.
yeah, Monday to Saturday. So I became very grateful, and I need to concentrate on my work at any time. So I became sometimes I just uh, not have the good temper with my boyfriend's questions or something. But my boyfriend also can keep.
Okay. So they're patient,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So I also have a deep thinking about that. Maybe because my boyfriend's original family provides good the good temper for him, because his original family just has this good environment for him. So he has this um, ability to control his mood. But when something happens to me, I just first reaction is angry or just anxiety. So yeah,
Yeah,
I need
sometimes.
this. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's hard to how to say reverse those trauma you've been through, and
Yeah,
it's hard to, yeah, reverse the how to say the circuits of your brain. Sometimes you're just irritable or sensitive. Yeah, me too. Sometimes me too. And I also admire the people who are have a stable mood or stable emotions or a strong ability to deal with their feelings. But now these days I found I've improved a lot after I after the 3 years of consolation treatment. Yeah, I found it. It's my how to say my ability to dealing with the emotions has improved a lot.
yeah. And these days, when I because I have the making money ability now,
Yeah,
think I can many things easily than before, because I still remember the first time when I bought a dress which is a little expensive than my budget, because I need to buy a good outfit to the business meeting, right? So maybe,
yeah,
but that day I just lost the outfit on the train. Yeah, I can't find it. I just can't control myself, just out of cry on the train. And when I come back to my home, I just sit down on the floor and lean to my couch, just cry out of cry. Yeah, that time I don't know what to do. And the first thing you also at that time I even think to yeah do some harmful things on me, because I feel, wow, the sky was broken, or the sky just jumped down like that. But now
yeah,
oh, so stupid I am, you know. just just
yeah.
just
You even bought a car. You're
yeah.
a BMW car now. How, yeah, the dress is not even could mention with
Yeah,
that.
so just make
Not
myself
true
strong
anymore.
to be you need to make more money. So sometimes we say the money can solve many problems, I think so.
Yeah, yeah. I think the independence of economic
Yeah,
is
yeah,
important for establish our own personalities or boost our confidence.
yeah. Maybe it's because when I was child, my parents also told me well, they would scare me with my money, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
so I feel
yeah,
I don't have the security if I don't have the money. So I feel if I don't have the money, I feel just something. This guy was cropping down
yeah.
uh, like that. So
So
uh,
how about,
mm-hmm.
but now you have changed this situation, right? Think you have, yeah, are I guess. Okay. Okay, the internet is not fluent. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I guess it's
Yeah,
too. It's great to hear that some good news from you. I think when you feel stressed, just think about your new car. the,
Yeah, yeah, I got that.
yeah, the depression would dissolve.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, is there any updates about your love relationship with someone?
Oh no, actually no. Actually, no. Uh, I've talked about you that the guy who bought my guitar, and we also record a podcast, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've already lose the interest on him, in him, because sometimes he just send me some message that would irritate me. Like sometimes some last time we he sent me a picture of a girl dressed very, how to say, transparent clothes or something like that, and she just said, uh maybe you could dress like that. I just feel so angry, so I just feel so angry. I just never, I don't want to talk to him. And
Okay, maybe
I
so.
find some men are really don't know who they are.
They don't have the boundary.
Yeah, they don't have the boundary, and they don't know who they are. They don't know. They never think about their positions. So I just, who care your thoughts? Who care your thoughts? Why I have to dress like that?
I,
So why judge me? So I just feel so angry, and I just feel he's so low. I just think low of him, and
so
another guy. Yeah, and there's another guy I just know recently because of an activity. It's a reading book activity, and but I never attend to that. But I just joined the group, and he's the, how to say, the how to say, holder of the activity, and he just show his passion to me, and show his careness to me, but I just don't have interest to him, because I find him sometimes is not, he's not, he has a group, online group, and he sometimes would um say some words publicly, and I found those words, the value of those words are not matched with mine. He also just talking to me, but I just don't have too much interest in him. But actually, the only man I have interested in is how to say, um eh, is how to say, schoolmate. Yeah, it's a schoolmate when I was in my how to say, high school, not high school, uh,
junior,
when I
junior.
junior school, yeah, junior high school. When I was in my junior high school, he was my classmate, and we are the, how to say, eh? We are the desk mate. Yeah, we are the desk mate.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, we have. He's my first love. Actually, he's my first lover, and me is also his first lover too. And but we have separated
Uh,
for after he transferred to another school.
yeah.
Yeah, so because of the distance, we just broken up. Um, and but we have our WeChat. We have both WeChat.
Yeah.
Uh, but we never talked after that. Oh, okay. We also talked after we broken up. We broken up when we were in high school.
Yeah.
And after I graduated from the university, he was in England. Actually, he was in Germany. He was in Germany, and he sent me. He sent me the message from WeChat, and he said, uh, he said he remembered that I like the Swan. How to say? 哎，天鹅堡怎么说啊？The Swan Stone Castle. Yeah. He just remembered I like the Swan Stone Castle, and when he traveled, when he studied in the England, he traveled to the Germany to saw the Swan Stone castles, and he just sent me messages that he want to send me how to say mail 明信片怎么说呀？
Postcard.
That postcard and postcard of Swan Stone Castle. And I just and he just asked me about my address. But I forgot if I sent him the address. But I didn't receive the postcard. But obviously it's hard to, I don't know, maybe it's hard, it's easily to get lost for in such a distant,
Yeah.
right? And these days he he just I because I have my own how to say media, right? 公众号怎么说呀？我忘了。
Public.
公众号 official account, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have my own Media account, right? And I can saw and he followed my my accounts last year. And these days I found he just watch my uh accounts very frequently. Because I can saw the who just which followers just watch the articles or watch my
Yeah.
accounts, yeah, on the data, how to say, platform.
Yeah.
Oh, I can saw he frequently watch my yeah, but we never talked to each other. He just would just give me a thumb up to my moments, but we never, talked anymore.
But you don't know what situation he is now, right? What
Actually,
situation?
I know the situation he is now. He just broken. He had broken with her girlfriend also.
Yeah. Okay. So why don't you just have a talk?
Because we're not familiar with each other anymore.
Yeah, just new new crush and try to know each other. Try to know each other.
Oh, weird to talk to him since we haven't talked for such a long time.
Okay, just wait him. Wait, maybe he will ask you.
I don't know, but I just thought maybe when he talked to me, I also thought maybe someday he would talk to me, but maybe I would feel I wouldn't have interest in him, because sometimes, I don't know, because I we don't know each other. My only impression of him is stay uh, in the period when we were in junior high school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. After that, and when we were too young at that time. We were just adolescent, and we are not mature. We didn't form our value of the world, value of value of the world, or the mindset of the world. But after those years, I thought maybe we have established our own mindset, and I don't know his mindset. I don't know his perception of the world, his values of the world. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. These days,
Yes.
th- these days I even wonder. There is a difference between my boyfriend's mindset and mine. Yeah, it's a hard time because you don't have together to meet some things, and the situation, the environment, it's different. It's totally different. So it's hard. Maybe you, there is a plenty of time. You can find a guy who is the suitable man. Yeah, right.
But being alone is also great. I
Yeah,
thought.
yeah,
I,
right.
I thought it's freedom. It makes me feel free. Um.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
said today I'm not in Huizhou. I came back to Shenzhen because I don't want to be lazy or just spend plenty of time with him. Yeah. So I told him because tonight I have the other topic, so I want to come back to Shenzhen so I can focus on my own things. Yeah. So
Wow.
be- uh,
You are mature.
yeah, because I think.
Yeah,
Uh,
in the past, I remember you told me that when he came back, or sometimes, or when you stay with him, you wouldn't want to do anything except to stay with him.
Yeah, because these days I think, oh my God, I lost many things, including my time with my
So,
friends.
so
No,
you have no, you wouldn't distracted by him anymore. That's a great signal. I think sometimes you should both concentrate on your own things and do something together. Although you still need to do something together, but you still have to focus on your own things.
yeah,
It's great.
okay, because it's a little late. Maybe we can talk about next time.
Okay.
Do you have
Okay. So,
any ideas about next topic?
uh, do you have any suggestions about that?
Actually, actually, no. Maybe, well, and maybe we can talk about the North or South Pole.
North of South Pole, Pole.
Oh,
Okay. OK，南极是吧
yeah, 南极 or 北极, just because I don't have many information about these two parts.
OK OK. So maybe next time we could talk about that.
Yeah, yeah. So which one do you choose?
North or South Pole? Both is okay. Which one do you choose? I'll choose another, and so we could change our informations.
Okay, yeah, both is okay for me. Um, we can,
Okay.
yeah, we can. Maybe I talk about the north and you talk about the south, so we can search more information about this.
Okay. Okay. I'll search something about the South Pole.
Yeah, yeah. So bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.